Hello everybody, Charlie here, just doing a little bit of a video update about our severe weather risks. So, here's our current radar as of now. The stuff near like Pittsburgh, that was our morning stuff, that kind of like morning rain shower that's kind of going off in Pittsburgh, but we are seeing some new thunderstorm development up. You can see these purple boxes. These means that any thunderstorm in these purple boxes, a special weather statement, those are strong thunderstorms. So we have some small hail, some wind, not too terrible, but it is a strong thunderstorm. We also have another one near Marion and some near Indiana. And we've been noticing this. We actually may get a watch because of this. We have to see if it turns severe or not. If we look at our outlook today, we have a 2 out of 5 slight risk for the majority of our area. And this is the upgrade was because of the wind risk. So, if we look at wind, this is the reason why we have a little bit of an elevated wind risk. And that is the main issue. So, 15% chance of damaging winds in any thunderstorm. Here's the hail. So hail, it's a risk once again, and we are seeing it with those strong thunderstorms. So isolated large hail is possible, and an isolated tornado or two is possible in this green area. This is a 2% risk. So with any point within 25, so if I can remember it, 25 miles within any given point is a 2% chance of a tornado occurring there. Now, we are not looking for like an outbreak. We're not looking for things like that. But we're not worried about an outbreak or anything. Just a general severe weather risk. So a tornado is possible. So we do have to keep that in mind. But as of right now, once again, let me turn back on alerts. Not too much for our general vicinity there. We have no rain. It looks like there is on radar, but that's just contamination. So there is actually no rain in our area right now. It's all off to our west and east. You can see that evolution. Now, what should we expect for the rest of the day? I can show you. This will be a model simulation of what we could be seeing. So this is around 2 p.m. So around 3 p.m. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's off. We're kind of seeing this is for 4 p.m. We're kind of seeing this now. So we're a bit early as far as the model's concerned. But you can kind of see our main, if I can turn back on the outlooks. And if I go to categorical, you can see the main the main thunderstorms are really going to be to our south. Like I said, or I didn't mention this, but it looks like along anything north of I-80, this red line, I'm very uncertain about. Before, if I talked to anybody before, I did say north of 76, I was kind of, uncertain about. We kind of gained some certainty now, but I'm still pretty uncertain north of I-80, which is us. We're still uncertain. Once again, we did get upgraded, and it looks like you can see this current thunderstorm in the purple box. It looks like the model tries to simulate it, and it's doing pretty well, to be honest with you. And it looks like we do get something. We could get something that comes from the lake. Lake Erie is warming up. We're not seeing any kind of stable air. So, if anything, Lake Erie could help it if there's an outflow boundary. So the lake will not kind of influence it in any way. It may intensify it in the western basin because we're pretty warm over there, but not really. we'll have to see. It's probably either going to come off the lake or somewhere near Brycus, Norwalk, Ashland. So you have two modes, essentially. Two storm modes. If I can draw it for you. So we are seeing this kind of lake development. It is heading towards us, so I think this is probably our area to watch. If you're seeing that flashing thing over Lake Erie, that's a squall watch. That is for the Canadian side. That's not a National Weather Service thing. But once again, we're mostly focused on anything that develops right here or right here. Those are our main two modes that we're watching for. Personally, knowing our hyperlocal history, I am gonna be watching these cells. Especially if there's any more cells I can get going. This is the area to watch. And see how it survives over the lake. So that is essentially what we're watching for. If you didn't see the timing, I'll go over it again. We'll go over the timing. So that should be about... It's at the very top. There's the Lark stop. About... This model has 7 to 9 p.m. We usually like to do 1 hour earlier, so we'll say 6 and to 10 p.m. 6 to 10 p.m. It could be earlier because once again we're watching. If you look north of Mansfield, you can kind of see the thunderstorms go north, right? So that's why we're watching from maybe actually 7 to 9 p.m. 7 to 9 p.m. Maybe if we can get something going a little bit more north, then maybe 6 p.m. But once again, 7 to 9 p.m. is what I'm going to be agreeing on. Alrighty. So that is essentially your outlook. If there's no more days after that, so we had tomorrow, it's mainly to our south and west, maybe some isolated thunderstorms. Nothing to be concerned about. Day 3, once again, it's going to be kind of almost the same story. We are under a risk of thunderstorms, but the main energy is going to be our southeast and especially to our northwest and the upper plains. But rain and thunderstorms for at least the next 3 days. Today is probably the most prominent day.